right, ladies and gentlemen, it seems that we have figured out phase 1 of the Smash Bros. Cinematic universe.
Excited. I want to see this so badly.
Right, this got to happen now.
You watched us think about it and create it, and now here it is in the minds of Will Ferrell and Patrick Cloud.
Yes.
So we start off the Super Smash universe with Detective Pikachu.
Of course.
Now, Detective Pikachu takes place on Earth, we assume, and it introduces us to all the Pokemon in that universe, but also Ness and the Earthbound guys. Because we can assume that Earthbound is on Earth.
Right.
The next installment is...
The next installment, but before we get to the next installment, we just have to make sure they know that, of course, Jigglypuff will also be introduced. So we're going off of the original 64 Smash Bros. Class. Yeah. So the second one is going to be the Samus movie. So the Samus movie is going to allow us to open up the space universe, basically. I mean, well, the universe in a way, to the Smash Bros. Cinematic universe.
Yes.
So in the Samus movie, you're going to get to see the iconic Samus in live action doing her thing. But in that doing, we're going to get to run into 2 more Smash Bros. Characters. We're going to run into F-Zero's Captain Falcon, and we're also going to run into Star Fox and his legion of fighters.
Yeah.
So now, tell them the third one.
So real quick, Captain Falcon, since he is a racer, he's kind of going to be that Han Solo character within Samus. So maybe he goes to like an old place with his old parts and merchants working, and he interacts with Captain Falcon in a racing pods or something.
Might even be a love story.
Okay. I'm down for that. I'm down for that.
2 humans.
And then much like Thor is introduced to the Guardians of the Galaxy, at the end of the Samus movie, they would introduce Fox, Slippy, and Falco.
Yes.
Just like, hey, who are you guys? You know, same sort of like comedic vibe. So the third one will be called the Mushroom Kingdom. Now, this is Super Mario's origin story.
Yes.
He will be Jumpman, how he is in the original Donkey Kong game.
Yes.
And we will not see Bowser yet. The villain will actually be Donkey Kong. So Donkey Kong kidnaps Princess Peach, and the original Jumpman has to save the princess from Donkey Kong. But in some type of way, he loses this fight. Donkey Kong escapes into the forest with Peach, and Mario now has to retreat back to the castle to get his brother.
Yes.
Now the fourth,
and I'm gonna give that to you because that's your boy.
Fourth is the Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. So, now this, I can't even imagine how much money this would make.
Right.
But this will be as true to the game as possible. So this will be the story of the hero of time traveling 7 years into the future to defeat Ganondorf. At the end of the Ocarina of Time, he saves Princess Zelda, and his fairy Navi goes off into the forest, and he retreats into the forest to find her. And that takes place in between Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. So we have some leeway in this time. So we're thinking that at the end of Ocarina of Time, he goes back into the forest, and who does he run into? A giant gorilla holding a princess. So that's our crossover. Maybe Donkey Kong goes into the jungles or forests of Hyrule. He has the Princess Peach, who looks a lot like Zelda. Obviously, Link's a hero. The movie ends with him pulling out his sword. Boom. Credits. Now we know that there's a Link versus Donkey Kong fight coming. Yes. And that brings us to
the mega of Phase 1. Super Smash Bros. The movie.
Yeah.
And how are we starting off? Just like Pat said, we are starting off with Zelda versus Donkey Kong.
Link versus Donkey Kong.
Oh, I'm sorry. Link versus Donkey Kong.
Common mistake.
He really needs his own game with his name on it. Just throwing it out there.
Link.
Something, please. Please. The Chronicles of Link. Something. But yeah, so Link and Donkey Kong are going at it. Now, one thing that we did somewhat not get a chance to mention, but we are now, is that throughout these movies, we're seeing some small Easter eggs thrown in, which is a character you're going to be introduced to in the Smash Bros. Movie, which is Kirby.
Yes.
So for those that don't know, we're going to have Kirby in and out the first, 4 movies. And so this is to set up what this movie is going to be. So basically, now that we saw Link and Donkey Kong fight, we're now seeing how all of this stuff is going to come together. And it's by, of course, the Master Hand. And the Master Hand has basically corrupted Dreamland, which is Kirby's land. And now Kirby is his henchman. He's the right hand to the hand.
And we were also thinking that instead of, like in the game, the Master Hand would be portrayed by a humanoid character named Master Hand. He wouldn't be a floating hand.
Yeah, that only works in Adam's family.
Yeah.
I mean, you ain't gonna top that. So
So
now it's time, so Master Hand is somebody who just loves to see a fight. He wants to stir up trouble, a little bit of chaos. And so he's been watching all of our favorite characters that we've mentioned throughout their time and what they're doing and how they're fighting. And now he wants to see how stuff is going to go down if he puts them all together and fight one another. So Kirby, with his magic star that he's been traveling throughout time. Evil Kirby. I want to call him Captain Kirby, but not just yet. So he rounds up, I believe he rounds up Link, Mario, Luigi, Donkey Kong, and Yoshi.
Yes.
Who Yoshi is also mentioned and will be shown in the Mushroom Kingdom.
So real quick, a big part is what people are doing when they're being rounded up.
And what are they doing?
Kirby goes to Hyrule, and maybe it's right before the battle ends. We don't know who's gonna win, but Link, Peach, and Donkey Kong, maybe Link and Donkey Kong are charging towards each other. Kirby snatches them both up. Maybe he leaves Peach because he never got a rating from Peach because she's not out here fighting. Now Peach is stranded in Hyrule. Maybe she finds Zelda and Sheik, and maybe they are introduced later on. Yeah. But for now, Kirby takes Link and Donkey Kong. And then in the Mario world, Mario just was defeated by Donkey Kong. He goes back to the castle to recruit Luigi, who's ghost hunting in the basement of the castle. So I don't know if you remember Mario 64. There's the haunted level, sort of like in the basement of the castle with all the booze.
Yep.
We see Luigi doing his thing, hunting ghosts. And then for the first time, we get to see Mario join him. He gets the backpack, and now the bros are hunting ghosts. Maybe they stop. He tells them what happened. Peach is missing. Before they're able to do anything, what happens?
So before they're even able to do anything, if, as we're referring to back to the Mario 64 version, if you've beaten the game and you take the cannon and shoot to the top of the roof of the palace, there is 100 lives you can get. So Kirby tricks the Mario brothers and creates the iconic Mario pipe. I don't think I have to pause on that one, do I? Okay. The classic Mario pipe, and it basically attracts the Mario brothers to the top of the castle, which brings them to our current setting of Smash Bros.
But it also introduces Yoshi, because that's where Yoshi was in the game.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
So now we see Yoshi. They are all brought through these things. Kirby just recruited Link and Donkey Kong. And we're thinking that the central place that they want to take all these people is Earth. So Earth is the next destination. Kirby brings Link and Donkey Kong to Earth. Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi are all brought to Earth, and they are all corrupted, much like Kirby. So now we have a team of corrupted Smash Bros. Characters. We got evil Kirby, evil Yoshi, evil Luigi and Mario, evil Donkey Kong, and evil Link. Now, the space travelers, which is Samus, Captain Falcon, and Fox, they know about Master Hand.
Yes.
They've picked up his readings or, space stuff.
Yeah.
They're actually the only ones that are looking for Master Hand. So they actually willingly go to Earth, which keeps them not corrupted, and meet up with the Pokemon on Earth. And now we get to see a battle between our Smash Brothers characters. So now we have half of the cast on half of the cast, and we even thought of the matchups.
Yep, we did think of the matchups. So
we already saw Link versus Donkey Kong, by the way.
So we already got that going. So now we have Samus versus Link, because for us, we would feel like Samus would be kind of the leader of the space group and telling folks what to do. So Samus versus Dark Link, and who knows how that's gonna turn out.
Dope.
Yeah, pretty much. And so then you have Captain Falcon taking on Donkey Kong.
Woo! Those monster punches?
Yes, with the Falcon punch versus the barrels.
The wind up.
Yes, the wind up, the barrels being thrown. There's so much set for this.
What we got Star Fox getting down with?
We got Star Fox getting down against Kirby. Kirby and Star Fox are going at it.
Yeah, but and the Pokemon are also fighting Kirby.
Yes.
And now, big thing we didn't mention. Once Kirby brings everybody to Earth, there's a huge twist. He did his task. Master Hand is pleased, makes Kirby his right hand man, gives him the mask. Evil Kirby dons this mask and becomes Meta Knight. So really, we were seeing Meta Knight out of his mask this whole time.
The entire time, yeah.
And now Meta Knight is fighting with the evil people. So
Yes.
Meta Knight is fighting Star Fox and the Pokemon.
And Ness.
Yes.
Ness makes a surprise appearance and is ready to whoop ass. And he's brought some toys.
Mm-hmm.
He has brought the Pokeballs, and now he is using, if you've seen the 64 version, if you played the 64 version of Smash Bros, you can use Squirtle, Meowth, Charizard as items. He's bringing these with him during this fight.
Because remember, Ness is on Earth, so technically it's not that far-fetched for him to also be a Pokemon trainer.
Yes.
So he makes his way into this battle. He got lightning. We're even thinking, let's bring Lucas.
Right.
He comes through with the Earthbound kids.
Yep, and this
messing stuff up.
And this will manage to be able to help them against, of course, the Mario Brothers, who are of course evil as well.
Ooh,
and
Earthbound
Yoshi.
Brothers versus the Mario Bros.
Yes. Come on now.
Put it out.
Come on. So now, who's winning? Are we taking an L or are we having a small win?
Absolutely not. No. The good people win. Obviously, you got Samus, Falcon, Pokemon, Fox, Earthbound guys. We're thinking even Meta Knight takes a blow that hurts so bad he spits out the original Kirby, and then stuff really starts going down.
Yes.
So we basically have the non-corrupted win. All of the corrupted cast members, they wake up, and now we have our original cast. But now Meta Knight retreats to Master Hand, tells him what happens. In the 64 version, basically we have those purple crystallized copies.
Yeah.
So now we have our original cast versus a whole army of purple crystallized copies. Now we get to see all of our favorite people fight together instead of against each other. And then once they defeat the purple army, they fight the Master Hand just like the final boss on Super Smash Bros. 64.
And the combinations that they are going to use during this fight.
Man, let's think of some. Let's think of some.
Come on, man. I'm just thinking of Link with his shield and just knocking Donkey Kong up in the air. Ooh. While they spin with the Mario Brothers holding each other's hands, and he hits the spin.
Oh, wow.
And the Mario Brothers got the fire flowers and it's just shooting around like a tornado now.
That was a pretty good move.
This is just amazing.
And then the Falcon move, where he jumps in his ship.
Yeah.
You could damn near have Star Fox and him do that at the same time.
Yep.
Boom, and just be like blasting them together.
Man, you got that. You got the you even got to where Falcon can be gearing up his Falcon Punch while Samus is shooting up the ball, and they mix it together.
Oh,
and then then he comes to punch, so it's like an Omega Falcon Punch.
Ooh, I would like to see Ness add his PK Fire and Thunder to Samus's thing.
I would love to see that too.
Have that blow up. You can have Kirby's special of that giant sword with Link, and they can have like a double sword. Oh, maybe Kirby gives that giant sword to Link.
Yep,
boom.
Now another thing too, I know this is too much for Kirby.
I'm shaking.
Imagine if you see Kirby using all those powers as one final attack.
Ooh, that'd be dope in the fight versus each other too.
Yeah,
because Kirby can grab Link's sword. They can have a Master Sword fight.
Yep. He can grab Samus's armor and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, the
Falcon Punch,
the Fox's blaster, and they can have a shoot off. He could really do all that, and then maybe since he absorbed so much in that fight before, maybe he can just bring all those out in the Master Hand thing, and maybe he's just using all of it.
Yep. I you know what? I think I would like to have Kirby like that rather than losing the powers. He just can only maybe use one at a time, but he doesn't lose them. He still has them. So like you said, he could put on the little Link hat, had a sword, start fighting the Mario Brothers as well. Yeah.
So tell me this: who delivers the final blow to Master Hand?
You know what? I'm gonna keep it all the way real. It has to be Link. It has to be. It has to be. Like who else?
Love it.
Come on, Lau. Just in the air, shield, just
sword has to be
just
the best way to die.
coming down with it, just. Ooh!
Maybe it just goes to white.
You know what's ironic though? After that, only things left, a hand. That's it. Just a hand.
And it's just. That's so dope. That's so dope.
That would be dope.
Ooh, that is sick. And that's the Super Smash Bros. Universe, y'all.
That's phase 1.
Just phase 1. Now we have to go. We'll do it in another video, but we're gonna go into Melee and Brawl and eventually Ultimatum.
Yes.
Ultimate. Excuse me.
Yeah, Ultimate.
But there's so many characters in that. That's gonna take some getting up to. So,
Yeah.
but this is the first phase, just based off of the Nintendo 64 characters. Make this movie, Nintendo. And we can be writers.
Yeah. Consultants, let us know. We write.
We gave it to you.
Right. It's
We gave
here.
it to you. We clearly got the ideas.
Exactly.
And you saw us come up with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and please, if you like the universe, give us some suggestions. Maybe add some stuff in the comments. If you think that some things work crazy well or not that well, you find some plot holes or some things that we can add.
Yep.
Maybe some ideas for some stuff in the future. And if you want us to Phantom cast some other, give some other things, some Fantom Fiction, just let us know.
And hell, like he said, give us your Fantom Fiction. It don't just stop with us. Hell, like he said, fill it in. Give us some more. Let us lead into the next phase. You never know if your stuff might make it into the next video.
That's what I'm saying.
So
The ideas is all there.
yes, it is.
So we done made the universe.
Yes,
man.
we have.
Hey.
Oh, I
want to
got
see it.
Now I gotta see it.
I want to see it.
It has to happen.
If y'all don't do it, we gonna do it. And
Right.
You're just gonna have to sue us.
That's it.
We're gonna have all off-brand names. We're just
That's
gonna
it.
be Tario, Monkey Kong. It's gonna be Slink,
Little Serpy.
Serpy,
He's drips a little bit. He ain't all round and cute.
Serpy. That's what's up. Yeah.
Catch y'all next time.